AS Monaco are a marquee name in French football, and right now they are third in the Ligue 1, only 7 points behind league leaders PSG. Granted, they're having a good season, but they haven't won a trophy since 2017 when they last won the French league title. That's almost as bad as Tottenham Hotspur. But today, guys, we're going to change that, as I am becoming the new manager of AS Monaco, and not only are we going to top a PSG as the best team in France, we're going to make AS Monaco the best team in the world. So this is the starting 11 I've loaded into with Monaco, and at first glance this team looks an absolute mess, but I promise you now this team has got a lot of talent. They've got CDM Youssef Fofana, they've got centre forward Alexander Golovin, and they've got United States striker Folarin Balogun, all players that we can build this team around, and I'm just scratching the surface on the talent we've got in this squad. And the best part is, when you look at the highest rated players we've got in the team, only one of them, in Wissam Ben Yedder, is above 30 years old. We have inherited a very young, very talented Monaco squad. So like I said, guys, whilst this team on paper doesn't exactly look too appeasing, I'm telling you now, we have got a lot of potential with this team. Now, the first thing I'm doing is switching to a 4-2-3-1 narrow formation, because as you can see from the previous formation, the team was an absolute mess, and this is the formation that suits the squad. And for once, I'm going to use the kick and rush tactical vision. This may surprise some of you guys, but I don't think I've used this yet, and I want to see what the fuss is about. And after messing around with the team, this is the strongest starting 11 we can field, and aside from the goalkeeper being 75 rated, I actually really like the looks of this squad. And the good news keeps coming. We've got 62 million euros to spend in season 1, but if you've seen the title of this video, you know it's not going to be that simple. For every player I bring into this team, I'm not allowed to play them in their natural position. I have to make them play elsewhere. So if I was to bring Lionel Messi into this team, I couldn't play him as a centre forward. I could potentially play him as a central attacking midfielder or a winger, or maybe even a striker, but not a centre forward. But one thing I can't do is make left backs, left midfielders, and left wingers, right midfielders, and right backs, because that's the exact same position on the opposite side of the pitch. But this does exclude goalkeepers, because you can't train a goalkeeper to be an outfield player, and you can't train an outfield player to become a goalkeeper. So in hindsight, while 62 million is a lot of money, it's not enough for what I need to do to this team to get them to where I want them to be. So with that being said, I am listing all of these players on the transfer list. I'm hoping that once I've sold these players, we'll be well over 100 million euros. And after selling all the players I put up on the transfer list, we've now got over 130 million euros in our budget, and that might just be enough for the one player I wanted for season 1. You guessed it, I'm going for Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool. He's 24, 86 rated. I missed out on the chance to buy him the last time I did this, and there was no way in hell I was missing out once again. And there he is, guys, our one and only signing of season 1. He cost us 115 million euros on the dot, but I've got a feeling he'll be worth every single penny. And you guessed it, I have course training to be a centre midfielder. You know the drill. He's going to turn into an 89 overall midfielder. I knew he went up a bit, but I did not expect him to jump up that much. And to update you guys, I trained Golovin to be a cam, and he went up to 81 rated. And that now leaves the team looking like this, heading into our first season in charge of Monaco. And already with only one signing, we have massively improved the quality of this team overall. One thing I like about this team though, the average age is about mid-20s at best, and they've all got so much potential, excluding the goalkeeper, of course. So not only am I expecting a half-decent season from Monaco, I'm expecting a lot of growth from our starting 11. And it was a half-decent season. We finished 3rd in the Ligue 1, and we are once again in Europe with Monaco, man. That's a fantastic start to my managerial career at this club. We were 16 points off PSG though. We're definitely going to have to catch up with them next year. But we did win the Coupe Nationale, beating Strasbourg 3-0 in the final. That's our first trophy won with Monaco in our first season. And as you can see, guys, there has been a lot of improvement in this starting 11. I couldn't be bloody happier. Trent Alexander-Arnold's now 90 rated, Fofana is now 83 rated, Balogun is now 83 rated, and my favourite one out of all of them, I trained Elias Ben Seguir to be a left winger at the start of this season. He's now 19 years old and 76 rated. I think we found our left winger for the remainder of this video. And looking at the stats, guys, it's pretty decent, especially Alexander Golovin getting 39 goal contributions in 39 games. That is literally a goal contribution a game. Fair play to him. I honestly could not be happy with the team's performance this season, man. They've all improved massively. We've won the Coupe Nationale, and we're back in Europe after finishing 3rd in the French league. But like I said earlier, we've got some catching up to do with PSG if we want to be the best team in France. So it's now time for season 2 with Monaco, and we've got a great budget to begin with, 129 million euros. That's far better than last year's budget. And looking at the team as a whole, it's obvious that there's been massive improvement from last year, but there are a couple of areas I would like to improve upon. I want to bring someone better in for Minamino. He's 77 overall, he's 29, so he's probably at the peak of his potential right now. I'd also like a better centre-back than Salisu to partner up with Singo at the back. And whilst our goalkeeper Co might massively shocked me by going 4 overall last year. I would like a better keeper considering we're now playing in Europe. And with the money we've got, it's very obvious we've got no financial issues whatsoever. My biggest issue is, who the hell am I actually going to bring in? And after much deliberating with myself, I'm bringing Emre Can into the team. He's 83 overall. Granted, he's 30 years old, but I reckon we'll get at least 3 years out of him before he starts decreasing in overall. I'm also going for Pedro Goncalves from Sporting. He's 26, 84 rated, and the best part is his contract's running out, meaning we'll get a much cheaper deal. And finally, I'm going for Jordan Pickford as our goalkeeper. He's 30, 84 rated. I think this guy is criminally underrated. It's been a while since I've used him, so I'm using him now. And for the combined total of 116.2 million euros, we've signed all 3 of these players, and that is our transfer window done for season 2. As for the position changes, I've trained Pedro Goncalves to become a central attacking midfielder. He's going to become an 85 rated player. That's fantastic. And you guys probably guessed that I'm training Emre Can to become a centre back. His training's done. He's going to turn into an 84 rated player. Fantastic. 2 for 2. And now the team looks like this going into season 2. And I can't lie to you guys, I feel like we've got a great shot of maybe sneaking a French League title in this season. I mean, our defensive lineup's improved. We've got a much better goalkeeper now. Our attack's improved. There's no reason why we can't go for it. And this time we are in the Champions League. We're in Group A alongside Napoli, Fenerbahce and PAOK FC. We did have to beat Anderlecht and Galatasaray in a knockout round to get into this competition, but we're in the competition nonetheless. And I think we'll be the dark horse of the Champions League, man. This is our first time in this competition under my management, and because of that, not many teams will take us seriously, and that'll probably work to our advantage. But we're no longer the dark horse in the French League because we've won the title by 5 points, so we finished 8 points clear of PSG. They are no longer the best team in France. We are. I'm not gonna lie, guys, that's a big achievement. PSG are no joke. Our team must have turned into an absolute monster for this to have happened. But to be fair, PSG did beat us 3-2 in the French Super Cup final. I mean, they can have that. We'll definitely take the league over this trophy. But we did once again win the Coupe Nationale, beating OGC Nice 3-0 in the final. That's our second time winning this trophy in 2 seasons. Now, as for the Champions League, Fenerbahce actually topped the group. We finished second, so we're in the round of 16, but Napoli crash out and go to the Europa League. I did not see that one coming. But the round of 16 is as far as we'll go because Bayern Munich battered us 4-2 on aggregate, and that's our Champions League journey come to an end. I mean, I am a little bit gutted about this, but when PSG get knocked out by RB Leipzig and we get knocked out by Bayern Munich, I mean, that does make up for it a little bit. But Christ above, look at the state of this team, man. I was right in saying what I said. This team is an absolute monstrosity. And the stats definitely reflect our season's achievements. Balogun gained 35 goals and 6 assists in 51 games. He is an absolute goal machine. And shout out for Benteke's growth this year. 6 overall growth going to 83 rated, man. This guy's a monster. Well, it only took us 2 seasons to do it, but we've toppled PSG as the best team in France. All we need to do now is make them the best team in the world, and that's my job of Monaco done. So it's now our 3rd year in charge of AS Monaco, and as you can see, guys, I have been very busy with the coaching system. And just look at the team, guys. It's absolutely working a treat. I know a lot of these guys had mad potential anyway, but those coaches definitely helped their development and improvement as a player. Now, we've got 117 million euros to spend in Season 3, and I think there's only one position we really need to focus on improving, and that is our left back position where Cal Enrique plays. He's a decent player, don't get me wrong, but he's the weakest link in the starting 11, and if we want to do better in Europe this year, we've got to improve this position. The only problem is I cannot think of a single player who I can convert from their natural position to a fullback and it actually work out for the better. I've got a lot of thinking to do. And boys, after about 5 minutes, it finally hit me. Joshua Kimmich, he's a CDM. He's a former fullback though. He's 88 overall. He's literally perfect for what I want. And just like that, for 100 million euros on the dot, we've got our fullback position sorted out, and that's our transfer window done. But I'm not gonna lie, guys, whilst I thought Kimmich was the perfect player for what I wanted, I don't think he is, and let me show you why. To convert him to a left back, it'll take over 200 weeks to do so, and if it's a left wing back, it'll take 84 weeks. I have massively buggered up, man. We spent 100 million on this guy, and I don't even think we're going to be able to convert him to the position we want him to play in. But it does say he can play as a CDM, a fullback, and a centre midfielder, so I'm really confused as to why it's taking so long. Maybe it's because he's 30 years old and he's too old to convert to that position now. And if I play him as a left back in the starting 11, the exclamation mark comes up, even though it literally says in his positions he can play as a fullback. I've well and truly buggered up, haven't I? But I am going to keep him in the starting 11. Whilst his position hasn't actually changed, he's playing in a different position anyway, so I think that should count. And to be fair, I've got a feeling that Cal Enrique is going to take his spot in the starting 11 because of the fact Kimmich's playing out of position anyway, so I don't think it makes that much difference. chance. But even with Kimmich playing out of position, this team is so damn strong, man. And honestly, guys, I think we've got a much better chance in the Champions League this year. Now, we are in Group A alongside Inter Milan, Porto, and Shakhtar Donetsk. And to be fair, guys, that is a pretty competitive group. But last year, with a weaker side than this, we only made it to the round of 16, and we've massively improved it this year. So the question is, how are we going to do this time? Well, we're off to a great start. We've once again won the French league, man. PSG, this time we're 6 points behind us. We are well and truly the best team in France now. And we also won the French Super Cup, beating RC Lens 2-0 in the final. That's our second trophy of the season. Make that trophy number 3. We've beaten PSG 2-1 in the Coupe Nationale final. The treble is secured and the quadruple is still up for grabs, remember. Now, Inter Milan did top the group stage. We finished second, just behind them. Porto go to the Europa League and Shakhtar Donetsk crash out completely. And this time we make it further than just the round of 16 after we beat RB Leipzig 3-2 on aggregate. We then went on to beat Barcelona 4-2 in the quarters. We could be facing Manchester City, Dortmund or Juve. And we faced Juve and absolutely annihilated them 5-1 on aggregate, and we're playing Dortmund in the final. Bloody hell, they beat Man City. Normally I'm confident when I play Dortmund in the final, but they've just beaten one of the best teams in the world. We're going to have to be bloody cautious when we play these guys. And stats-wise, guys, it's phenomenal, man. Every single player has put the shift in, and the best thing is, everybody's improved as well. Trent's 92 rated, Bellingen's 90 rated, Goncalves is 89 rated, Seguia is 89 rated. He's once again grown by 6, man. This guy's an absolute monster. And one more thing, we finally converted Kimmich to a fullback halfway through the season. His training just decided to complete, and he's been there since January. And this is the start 11 going into the final. Bloody Emre Can, you donut. How are you going to get suspended for the final? You're one of our best players. To be fair, though, I've had an idea. I'm going to play Kimmich as a centre-back, and I'm going to bring Cao Enrique back into the team as a left-back, and that's that situation completely sorted. And up to this point, we've almost won everything with Monaco, the French Super Cup, the French League Cup, and the French League. But there's one trophy we've yet to win, and we've got a massive opportunity to win it now against Dortmund, and that trophy is the Champions League. We've got Nuno Mendes coming up on the left-hand side of the pitch. He is so quick, man. I can't believe we just caught up to him, to be fair. Dortmund is still on the attack. We need to put a foot in somewhere here. Schlotterbeck's on the ball. They found Karim the Dream Adeyemi. Great save, Pickford. Balogun's on the ball now. We're looking for options here. We found... Oh, that would have been amazing if that had actually got to him. Oh, we still got the ball, though. Balogun, put it away. Oh my god, that is the luckiest goal I think I've ever scored. The AI legit dispossessed the player for me, and for some reason their defenders just didn't switch on at the back, and we go 1-0 up. I'm not complaining though, we're winning inside the first 15. That's a perfect start in my opinion. But here comes Dortmund with Adeyemi. He's giving it to Mendes, back to Adeyemi. He's giving that to Zabitzer. Oh, no way. Oh my god. The AI has well and truly sweated that, hasn't it? I mean, look at this. I mean, it's definitely decent play. I thought the keeper would have received that there, but oh my god, man. That's like playing FUT Champions all over again. That is one of the most short-lived leads I have ever had on this game, man. 5 minutes. What are we playing at? Oh, Dortmund are coming forward. Oh my god. What is that? I'm not being funny. Pickford, what are you playing at there? Dortmund absolutely picked us apart. And what is Pickford doing there, man? He's bloody picking daisy chains. From 1-0 up to 2-1 down inside the first half an hour, man. This game is not going our way at all, is it? And here they come again on the right-hand side of the pitch. Williams, he goes back post. How the hell is Adeyemi winning that header over Van der Sar, man? You got to be doing better than that. Balogun's on the ball now. He's looking for that return run. Oh my day. Oh, Balogun's on the ball. He's found Goncalves. Acres of room. Surely this is 2-2. Oh my days, Goncalves. What are you doing there? You've got to be scoring that. Golovan's on the ball now. Okay, this is decent. This is... Oh, that's beautiful. Balogun, surely. There we go. Just on the stroke of half-time, we equal the scoreline. It's now 2-2. We've got Benzema on the ball. We're going to start the second half pretty strong. Can we get a shot off? No, we can't. Dortmund is so good at the back. Goncalves is on the ball now, though. We're going to whip... Oh my days. What is that? I saw a runner in the middle of the box end. They just pulled back as I crossed it in. Benzema is on the ball now. Look at this. Golovin. We've got him on the counter-attack here. This is beautiful. Balogun surely to make it 3-0. He's got his hat-trick in the Champions League final. 70 minutes in. in. We have legitimately been on a roller coaster in this game, man, but we are finally in the lead again. Oh, no, here comes Dortmund. Oh, that's a great block. Possibly that block has just won us the game. Can we boot it up? Yes, we can. That block won us the game. We have beaten Dortmund 3-2 in the Champions League final. We have secured the quadruple. We've made them not only the best team in France, but unequivocally the best team in the world. And we did this in 3 seasons, man, making sure that every transfer we brought in, we changed their position to one that wasn't their natural position. And if you enjoyed watching this type of video, you should click here to watch me do this with Marseille.